Going to the gym has literally taken my life like on a 360 degrees, says the girl who used to always say, I'm not going to the gym. So, hi, my name is Shivani, and my channel is the Jigglypuff. I have resolved to create more interesting videos henceforth, which would revolve around obviously food, beauty, and lifestyle, but I'm going to keep it very realistic, very simple, and something which I'd want to put forth that I learned or observed, and something that I'm working on. All of it, a mix of all. So it's all going to be out here in the channel. So coming back, going to the gym like the last couple of days, consistently over the last 2 weeks, has made me realize that gym is like an unpaid therapist. Just like, when you tune into your favorite YouTube channel and listen to your favorite creator slash model, you feel that vibe, right? You instantly connect with somebody and you kind of feel like your whole life is sorted, or you feel like you're in that zone where you're just chilling and relaxing and then things are going great. That is exactly what gym did to me. So when I went to the gym, like on the first day, I did 40 minutes of a complete workout, which included like a little bit of back, a little bit of cardio. So it includes treadmill, elliptical, cycling, and a lot of other things. So, if you're somebody who's starting off, or if you're somebody who's thinking about starting off, then I'm with you. You're not alone. Because being a plus size person, being, not fit, or, being somebody who is struggling to get their mental health together, and somebody who's been fat shamed and all of it, I'm saying that there is hope, that it's not completely dark out there. I've taken shit from people and it's not going to happen anymore. I'm just putting it out loud to the universe. Even if you're starting somewhere, it's a start. You don't need like 100,000 people telling you that do this, do that. Just do whatever works for you to begin with, and then follow somebody who you think motivates you, inspires you to keep it going. That's basically it. So the first step is for me personally. So everything is coming from my personal experience. I went to my first class. It was 2 weeks ago. So I have had a membership from a very long time, but I always procrastinated and I didn't feel like hitting the gym. But for me, a few things which helped is, one, I took an auto to the gym. Most people say it's like a walking distance or whatever, but even covering like 2, 3 to 4 kilometers in the beginning for me by walk is like a huge task to do. I'd rather spend that kind of energy on a treadmill, because I feel like once I'm in the gym, I would count it as a workout. At least in the beginning, you can do that. So take an auto, use your car or whatever means of transport that you want to. Just making sure that booking it and keeping it like booked to the gym is like the first way to go. Once that particular obstacle is ticked, few steps before that would be having your workout clothes set and ready. So you already know what t-shirt and what pant you're wearing for the workout, or like one day prior, or at least a couple of hours prior to your gym routine would be an amazing thing to do. Having a good water bottle which has good amount of water stored in it, maybe a 1 liter one or something, is great. If your gym has like a filter system, which most gyms obviously have, like mine does, so I carry like a half filled bottle just so I don't have to carry too much weight. Along with that, I like to carry my watch, because I use this to track how many minutes of what I'm doing. For example, if I'm doing like a 30-minute treadmill, my watch has that entry in it. Also, the Apple Watch syncs with Cult, so I'm a Cult person, so in that way my records are up to date. Recently, I also realized that carrying my earphones is something which is optional, because gym itself has really good motivating and upbeat music. That way I feel really nice. So now that the music, water, clothes, and of course the fitness gear is in place, I also feel like something very important when you're at the gym is having a kerchief and a gym cloth, just because hygiene purposes. You just want to keep your area clean and also sweat free, sort of, for the next person to use the equipment. Next up, I like to have a cute bag. I mean, this is completely optional. The gym bag, which has all of these items in it, that needs to be set out and really cute and nice. That's me. I just like to have a bigger bag because it could hold any extra change of clothes or whatever it is. Anything, like I have a shoe bag too, which goes into it. So I like it to be very spacious and easy to access and all of it. So I use like a very cool bag, which holds everything. So all the gym gear is ready now that your auto part is done. Now all it goes up to uh, deciding when to gym. So the one thing which I learned over time, like over the past couple of years, is creating a timetable. Never worked. I know this is crazy, but I used to plan even the smallest of things into my timetable, and I'd be like, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up early and tomorrow I'm gonna hit the gym at like 5:30 in the morning. But that's really unrealistic. And trust me, your body and your past set of data over when you wake up and when you sleep is like the best way to go. And to create your futuristic timetables and realistic timetables would be by keeping that as a reference. For example, every day if I'm waking up at like 9 a.m., I would try to make my timetable in and around the same timings. That's because I feel like body is easily tweakable like 15 to 30 minutes prior to that timing, which means to say, suppose if I'm waking up at 9, I'd like to wake up at like 8:30 or 8:45 and then make my timetable revolve in such a way that it could bring in everything that I want to. I want to make my, routine in such a way that it's already in sync with my current wake and sleep time. And also, I feel like shaking your body too much at the first time when you really want to make changes is like the worst way to go. Because one, when you don't wake up at 5:30, you feel that guilt killing you, and that's not a good thing. So I'd rather make it realistic. For example, waking up at 8:45 is great. I take 15 minutes time to just settle in, as in for the morning. Once that's done, I kind of go downstairs and do a little bit of housework. It could be anything that you do on the daily. After that, I'm gonna head to the gym for like 2 hours. So I keep that 2 hours, which includes the travel time and the cardio time as well as the strength training. So yeah. And once I'm back, I get ready and then I head to office. At office, I do my office work and take a little bit of a evening walk just to keep the movement going. And once I'm back home, I just chill and wind down for the day and go to bed. So sleep time like in the night would be at around maybe 11:30 or so, and waking up would be like at 9. So if that's how you've been working all these days, I think that we should work the same way in the future as well. But if you want to have like early mornings, increments of 30 minutes every day or every week would be a great way to go. So for example, today I'm waking up at 9. I'm gonna try and wake up at like 8:30 and then 8:15 and maybe 8 o'clock, and I think that's a great way to be. And I also feel like once the timetable part is set, you know what you want to do for like the next day. You're gonna try and classify your day in such a way that you have a morning, you have a night, and you have a during the day routine. These things are really helpful so that it's just like a mental to-do list that you're gonna tick. So morning I did this, tick. Afternoon I did this, tick. That's really amazing because you know you're accomplishing something throughout the day, and you're also not restricted to your timings, and you just know that major tick boxes or major actionable items for the day are checked, and you're really feeling good at the end of the day that you felt like you had a really good productive day. And that's what is ultimately what would keep one person being consistent. Next, the minute you hit the gym and the minute you scan your app or whatever it is, you just enter, you just make sure that you work on what you like. So for example, for me, I personally like doing I like walking on the treadmill. I like the elliptical. It's one of my favorite things to do at the gym. And I also like cycling to a certain extent. So on the first day, I didn't take any load. I went like really in my own pace, just grooving to the music and working out. And first week, all I did was elliptical, treadmill, and cycling. That's it, nothing else. Timing for as long as I could do. First day, I still remember it was 15 minutes of treadmill, 10 minutes of cycling, and 10 minutes of elliptical. I'm coming from a place where I have gone to the gym, I have paused it for a very long time because I think that it's not gonna happen. And then I again continued going to the gym, and again I paused it. So, you know what I mean? It's never been like a straight line, it's always been like that. It's like a sinusoidal curve with a lot of breaks in between. Now, currently, after I did that for like a week, then I'm like, okay, let's play around a little bit. So then, like on the second week, that is last week, I went on the treadmill on a speed of 4 and incline 2.5, and I did that for 30 minutes. Okay. And I felt good about it. You know, I felt like my energy is still intact and I can do more. That's when I went to the cycling, and with a speed of like 7, I did for 10 minutes. And then I did the elliptical with a speed of, I think, sorry, when I say speed, I mean the strength intensity. It was 10, and then I did it for like the next 10 minutes. And that was so hard to do, trust me. Like my body was crying, but I pushed through, and it felt really good. And the really good wala feeling that you get, no? Full day rehta hai. Like it doesn't diminish, it just stays. And you know, when and the times you feel like literally bawling your eyes out in the day, when you're feeling low or something, your hormones never lets you do that. And I think that's because of the workout ka effect. ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು like for 1 hour in the morning, that really helps me to not cry during the day. And that's crazy stuff, trust me. It's all the good hormones coming together, and it's like a band-aid. It's like a malam for your wound, if you're kind of relating to what I'm trying to say. It's a feel-good factor, like on the whole. And then comes the fact where I wanted to do some strength training. That came like on the next day. So once my body got used to the cardio which I was doing, I decided to keep tweaking it in whatever ways I can. So I kind of focused on the back, on the legs. So I did like curls, I did a lat pull down, and all of those things just, you know, keep increasing your intensity, as in when you feel like you're just growing to the music and not working out for the sake of it. Which means to say, when your body naturally starts getting used to the rhythm that you're setting with each equipment, intensity, workout, and exercise, that's when you know that you have to level up. And as my friend said once, we were having a conversation, your body needs to be shocked. Like, I would say, I wouldn't call it a shock, I would call it like a surprise. So let's say I'm eating chapati and dal every day, and one of the days I just, for fun, order like a biryani and have it just so that it's like a surprise. Similarly, working out in the gym, when I'm doing my treadmill, elliptical, and everything, suddenly when I bring in like, let's do a deadlift, you know, just for a change, it's a surprise to the body. And it gives you sweet pain, if you know what I mean. So whenever you move like on the next day or something, one muscle, that's whichever that you activated on the previous day due to the surprise, that's gonna say, hey, I'm here to listen to me. So it's just gonna pain a little bit, but that's okay. It's just a sweet reminder that you tried something new and you might like it. You can continue it. If you don't, then you stop and then do something else. So that really changed in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And now I'm in a zone where I feel like, when am I going tomorrow? Okay, great, what do I wear? So I'm not actually thinking about how is my body gonna react to it, how am I going to lift the weight. will I sweat too much, or is it gonna hurt a lot? Mm-mm. Those are the things which I don't focus on anymore. And my focus now is more on how good I'm gonna feel, what am I gonna do, what music will I listen during the workout. Also, I have been watching this series called Alchemy of Souls, and I love this particular series. It's on Netflix. I just put a picture here just in case you want to like look into it. It's really magical and beautiful, and this is a series I'm tuning onto during my gym workouts. So, if you're somebody who can relate to me, please do. It's one of the best ways to work out. So, when you're like working out with, let's say, the elliptical or like the treadmill, when you're doing the cardio part of it, all you gotta do is take your phone and place it on that screen of the treadmill, like where you can see the numbers. So you place your phone there and you plug in your favorite series, and you can literally work out and watch the series. And in this case, it's Korean, so I just have to like read the subtitles, so I don't even need like the audio. Like, I know it's crazy, some of you may not relate, but if you relate, then please do. So I am working out and I'm also watching series, so my mind is on the screen, like it's just helping me push through the workout, just like how music does, or anything like a podcast as well. These days I've been tuning into this person. He is one of my favorites now. He's called Dhruv Rate. A really, really cool man. I mean, he just brings in all the worldly stuff that's going on and all the things which you really want to know about the world, be it like current affairs kind of a thing, or some huge ass questions out there which really need like a lot of analyzing and thinking, all bringing everything into like a very good podcast video which could span from like 1.5 to 2 hours. I think that's my jam these days. I love listening to Dhruv Rate. So yeah, a podcast, a series, a good musical video, or your favorite gym playlist. Tuning into that and working out has been, it's got its own benefits, like I said. And apart from that, I also think that weighing yourself whenever you go to the gym is a good way to go, because you know that what kind of weight is coming on, and maybe you could reflect more about what you ate for the day and the kind of drink that you had. It could be, you know, water, it could be some sugary thing, whatever it is you're having. You could just reflect, so you'll instantly know that okay, this particular drink has been causing this kind of a reaction, so let me just avoid. You never know. Also, I feel like on the days when I work out, I have been constantly craving for like a lot of food. So when I say food, I don't mean to say like very karde dota illandra, it's something which is really sweet or like, you know, next level oily food, not like that. Sometimes my body just craves for chapati, and that's really weird because I'm somebody who not really, I have never craved for chapati, to be honest, because chapati is a staple food made at home. We have chapati every day for lunch and dinner, along with rice and sambar and like a curry or dal. It's it's there on the daily. Same goes with parathas, like methi paratha, carrot paratha, and stuff like that. We have a lot of akki rotis, dosas. All of these are like the staple food at home, and I used to never crave it because I know that I'm gonna eat it like once a week, so it's great. Chapati is in the daily, but now my body craves for it. It means, what I'm trying to say is, I feel like having a good amount of salad. I feel like having a good amount of cucumber with some carrot and onions. I have a mix of beetroot, cucumber, onion, carrot in my lunch, along with chapati and rice. And my breakfasts usually turn out to be something around poha, upma, and churmuri ogarne, and also bread uppit. It's some of my favorites. And dinners are usually not dinnering, to be very honest. I just try to sleep off, or I have like a fruit. It could be one banana, or some blueberries, or maybe a cup of yogurt. Today, though, had like two chapatis for dinner because it kind of became lunch plus dinner situation. But yeah, I'm just trying to. My main problem with food comes down to having sweet and junk food. That's something I really need to work on. It's the most difficult thing for me is to stay away from something sweet and junk for the day. For example, it could be even chicky. I can eat like a bar of chicky in one go. I'm really guilty about it. I can eat like a bar of chocolate and I'm guilty about it. But after working out so hard in the gym, when I come back home and I see the chicky, I do the mental math of, you know what, this has got so many calories and I burned so many calories today. So if I eat this, it's like not burning anything. So the mental math is on point. And even a person like me, if I can do that mental math, then I think you should too, because it's important. Also, coming around the same point, you can have cheat days. Personally, I have been told that I shouldn't be having a cheat day until and unless I lose a lot of weight. And that is true, because you work your ass off for like a week and then you're having like a cheat day, which I think is really, really not good, because it's gonna ruin all the effort that you've put. But if you think that that one cheat meal for that week is gonna help you stay back on track, and if it's gonna help you to move past it, to move past the phase where you feel like, you know what, today I'm gonna just eat this, but if I don't eat this today, I'm gonna junk eat that into 3 times the next day. If you can move past that, then please go ahead and have that cheat meal or whatever it is that you want to cheat with. Because I feel like denying yourself something which you really, really feel like eating right now is really bad if you're gonna eat that 100 times the next day or after 2 days. So rather, it's something like nipping that particular problem off from the root in the initial stages when it's a small baby plant or a sapling, rather than going and trying to uproot a tree. It's just going to be a huge ass issue. So yes, I know I've been swearing a lot in this video. I'm really sorry about it, but it's just coming with the flow. Also, I think this year I'm gonna try to script my videos. I think I say this every year, or maybe past couple of videos also. I literally have nothing to refer to, and I feel like somehow I just keep speaking what's on my heart. And this is like the best way to, you know, have a one-to-many conversation or one-to-one heart-to-heart conversation, because that's like awesome. I don't have to put down any points, I don't have to think too much. It's just what I feel comes out there on social media, like on YouTube. And I think, yeah, one more thing about the fitness part. There's no point in knocking everybody's door and asking for advice. If it's coming in like genuinely from the people you love, or if it's coming in out of a whole place of concern, then that's okay. But you know, when you just randomly knock any person's door and just say, or try to sympathize or gain sympathy, whatever it is, it's not gonna work, honestly. I used to feel like I'm in like a deer in front of the headlights, or in front of a freight train which has gone crazy while a situation, multiple times in the past, but not anymore. Now I'm just like, it's me, my journey. I'm gonna pull in all the motivation I can from the people who I really want to draw that energy in, from the channels and sources and videos and all the motivation I can. But ultimately, it is me who has to move the muscle and me who has to put my mind onto it, and nobody can really tap that out. That's what I want to say. And one more fun series which I watched is Oh My Venus, and that is also a Korean drama. This is something which I really wanted to talk about, where she is basically suffering with thyroid and she doesn't know that, and she tries to, initially she's like super thin and beautiful and all of it. I would say thin is the word, because she does look pretty thin, but on the fitness side, yep, she's totally fit. And later on she puts on like a lot of weight and she becomes fat. And I think me saying the word thin and fat in this video could bring out like a lot of comments or something. I just mean to say, like, body structure wise, and nothing on the shaming side of it, just in case. I just want to put it out there. So the series revolves around how a person who's actually a trainer slash doctor comes to her rescue all the time, and he really beautifully helps her, work out and motivates her, and she ultimately loses weight. And also about how she supports him, motivates him, and keeps him going throughout his emotional and a difficult journey. So I really like this series a lot. So one of those things which I wanted to talk about in this video. Last but not the least, it's your body. So I think you should give it a lot of love, because it's one of the places where you live in. So your soul, your heart, your everything basically resides in this body, and it's your home. Yeah, come on. So I think we should give it a lot of love rather than a lot of dislike and hate and all of it. It's really not required. So yeah, do the things you love to do. It maybe if it's gym, it's great. Ultimately, you need to tap in your dopamine and your hormones to help you feel good from inside. And when you're good, feeling good from inside, it shows in your face. You start glowing, you start feeling better, you start having good conversations with people, you know how to drive people, you know how to motivate people. You can tap into their energies, and you could help people also come out of their issues or whatever. I'm coming from a place where it was super dark, super empty, and I constantly am on and off track, but getting yourself back on track is also a huge thing. And I think I'm doing pretty good at this point, where I'm able to put out this video openly saying that today, right now, at this spot, touch wood, literally touch wood, I am in the place where I could speak and work on all these aspects. And after doing all the combinations and permutations and everything, here is where I am. So it comes down to just these points: drinking good water, having good and healthy food, going to the gym like as whenever you can, and doing all the things that you really want to do rather than being forced into a workout. Don't do that. Do it in your own pace. If you love dancing, go for it. If you love yoga, go for it. Whatever you do needs to just make sure you're moving. So less of sitting, more of moving, more of, a tapping into podcasts and positive energies, and more of listening to people who can help you get better, and having much more meaningful and good conversations with yourself and the people around you, be it journaling, reading, whatever it is. Improving the way you look at yourself in the mirror, giving a lot of self love, all of it contributes. So if the insides are good, like if you're able to drink good amount of water, if you're just enjoying what you're doing, then I think everything will ultimately come down to feeling good and nice, and that's going to contribute to your overall health. So it doesn't matter what the weighing scale puts out to you on that screen. It's all about working towards being more fit and keep moving. So movement and fitness, they were hand in hand, and nobody on this whole damn world can tell you how to look like, how to feel like, and what to do and what not to do. It should come from within. And if somebody's telling it to you in a positive and from a really good perspective, then I think you should consider it. But if somebody's telling it to you to belittle you or to bring you down, then please don't just listen and leave it in the other ear or something, or just don't pay a heed to that, because really there's nothing. Somebody's gonna hurt you, and they're gonna eventually be hurt. It's not gonna help you or them in the long run anyway. So yeah, just tap into all the resources you have and do the best you can. If you really can't pick up a membership at the gym, just do the thing at home, like just grab a yoga mat and start doing Surya Namaskara or something, whatever works. I love Surya Namaskara. It's one of my favorite things to do too. And on days where I feel like it's raining too much, I just don't feel like going and doing weights, I just grab my yoga mat and start doing that, and it's fun too. Just grooving again to a really calm and peaceful music on Alexa or something, and then doing that is a good way to go. With that, I'm liking, I think I've gone way beyond my video limit. I could keep yapping about this because it's a very personal and a very emotional journey, but let's stop at this. I hope you enjoyed the video, or I hope you could gain some insight out of this. Please do like and comment down how your journey is going, or if you've like started this journey, then let me know what keeps you going. Comment down like how you would want to see what kind of videos from me, and let me know what you like about my videos too. With this, I'm ending this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all and have a really good rest of the day. Bye.